Hello YouTube, Mack back again, and this time we're going to be taking a look not at anything really. I'm using this more to introduce a new section to the channel. Now, I've always looked at Gundam kits, and you can tell from the massive collection I've shown plenty of times on the channel that I am a huge fan of Gunpla. And I've built many over the years. I've built master grade, I've built high grade, first grade, not tried the entry grade, real grade, perfect grade, Gundam, Zaku. Loads of them over the years. I decided maybe it's time for a change. And the logical next step would be Warhammer. Except I don't like Warhammer, because the only time I tried Warhammer, I found it very exclusive. The only place you can buy them is Games Workshop, and maybe a few bits and pieces in a couple of other model shops. And anytime you go and get them and you try and buy paints and brushes and stuff like that, and you go to use them for something else, you get told by the people working in there, "Oh, that's not what they're meant for." Well, you know what? No, I'm not going to curse on this section of the channel, but you know what I was going to say. Anywho, I decided to take on a new hobby. So I went and watched an old, great, classic movie, which I do not have here, but I have, or do I have it? Let's see. No, I do not. So the movie was Kelly's Heroes. I went and watched that, and I also watched this. And I decided maybe the next thing that I'll get into are tanks. So I decided I'll start small, and I'll just get something and build it and see what I think. And the first thing I ever built was this little guy here. A 135th Tamiya, or Tamiya, or however you pronounce it, Willys Jeep. Always did love the Willys Jeep. I'll just get in close. So keep in mind this is my first venture. It's not really got much in the way of dust and dirt, but I tried a few bullet scratches across here, one that's chipped up here, and some mud where the windscreen wipers have cleared it. You've got the gun, some wash on the driver, but he's not really well painted. Lights at the back. Yeah, it's simple. As you can see, I've left this unglued so that you can have a look in the engine bay, which is also painted. You know, all hand painted this one. And I decided, yeah, I like this. I'm going to try and go further. So we'll set him aside. And I moved on through a few projects with tanks. And as people have said many times on many different websites, Lead Adventure Forum especially, you are not a real tank modeler until you have built a Tiger. Well, I have. Not just any Tiger, it is a replica of the Tiger from Fury. The Tiger 131, as it's all dirtied up when it comes out to attack, God, what's his name? Brad Pitt's character. War Daddy comes out to attack War Daddy's brigade, takes out Murder Inc., then it takes out old Phyllis, and then it takes out Lucy Sue, and then gets eventually taken down by Fury. So I've got all the netting, the camouflage, bushes. I've even put, if you can see here and here, some little dents in it, and there's another couple along here, where it takes shots from all the different Shermans. And of course we got a little figure who's not glued in place up here. I painted him to look like the SS officer that pops his head out at the last second and gets taken out by Norman. We've got the scorching at the back. So this YouTube video is more, not so much as an appreciation of the tanks that I've been building, but I want to actually show some of the progress of making these. Especially now I've moved on to this, which after building this Matilda, I've now become more comfortable with maybe sharing some of these. This was the tank I have spent the most amount of time on. And I put all the dirt and sand from the Tunisian front on it. Tried a few effects to get more realistic looking lights, scorching on the barrel. It's been given I think 7 coats of paint in the airbrush before I went on to hand detailing. And then the fade coat over top. It's it's probably my proudest work so far. The only thing I have left to do to complete it is just finish up the figurines who I have primed today. But I can learn more. I can learn so much more. And that is really what this channel is about. I'm no expert. If this was a scale of beginner to expert, I'm roughly about here. Comfortably. So from here to here, I've learned about these many steps. There's so much more that I can learn. And this is really a telltale sign of a builder at work. If you have a clean cutting mat, you're either really pedantic and doing it on paper and tissue, or you're not doing it right. So I've decided I'm going to now video some of my escapades. I'm not going to video the entire constructions of them, but bits and pieces that I'll chop up, put together in collages, and show off my work on some of my tanks. So I hope you enjoy this new segment of the channel, and I'll see you in the next video.